Picks of the week.
So my pick of the week this week is an application for the iPhone, and iPad called data usage. There's two versions. There's data usage, which is $1, and then there's the Pro version, which is $2. That gets you a couple more features. Data usage is a data usage tracker for your iPhone and iPod. As we know, these days, most carriers, such as Verizon and AT&T, limit how much data you can actually use. And since you really don't get a whole lot these days, you almost kind of need to keep track. And they don't always necessarily offer you the best ways or the easiest ways to keep track of how much data you're using at a particular time. So it's really great if you can have an application on your smartphone, your iPad, or your iPhone that actually does this for you. And data usage is one of those programs. It's really nice because it has a lot of great features. You can set data usage limits by the month, week, and day. And what's really also great about this is that it can also track your cellular and Wi-Fi data usage separately, so that it can actually see how much you're actually using on the 4G network or how much you're using it strictly on Wi-Fi. It has a history of all this stuff so that you can actually keep track and see charts of what you've done in the past and compared to what you have currently. You can receive notifications and set notifications for when certain percentages of your data plan has been used up. So if you've used like 60% of your data, you can send an alert that tells you you've used 60% of your data and you only have 40% left. So be careful, which is really great to keep an eye and track on what you're doing. You don't have to necessarily go into the program to find that out. It'll actually warn you when you're coming up on your limit. It's great for calculating your current consumption. It offers a chart that displays your data usage over time. And even when it opens up for the first time, it'll tell you that you have to do such and such to make sure that everything is configured right. It's universal, like I said. You can do it for your iPhone and iPad. It's really great. It has two different versions. It has one version that's $1 on the iTunes Store, and they also have one that's a Pro version. And then let me see. The difference between the two is that on the Pro version, you can set unlimited custom counters, and you can also track roaming usage for prepaid usage or billing cycles that are not necessarily monthly or weekly to track.
Very cool. Actually, this is a very handy application because I know so many people that totally blow through their 4G usage.
I know, especially now that you have 4G. It just goes so much faster. And if you only have maybe 2 gigabytes of data to use, you could easily use that in a week or two.
You know, I'm lucky because I work from home, so I'm constantly connected to Wi-Fi. But if I didn't, I worked in an office, I probably would consume a lot.
Well, that's 4G. Also, even you could use this, though, because you can still monitor your cellular data separate from your wireless Wi-Fi data. So you can actually see how much you're using on Wi-Fi versus cellular.